I would trust the like genuine sources which are shown on TV, and the people who really put out the real things which is happening. Because of AI and all, recent elections are being influenced. Basically, there is a video of Amit Shah going viral because of the deep fake, which he is claiming fake promises. So I wouldn't trust social media basically because there is no legitimate source.
There are a lot of fake newses going around, but not all of them are fake. Like the prime minister won't come on TV and say something he won't do. He won't give you fake promises. So there are a few channels which are trusted.
The new generation generally don't watch the news on TV because in the recent studies it was found that the current news about the Three Idiots, he was the director and he was protesting about some regional and geographical changes, but no news channels covered it. Rather than covering the most important news, you are giving us some of the basic news that we can get from other sources as well.
I believe independent media like podcasts which are available on Spotify, YouTube, etc., or the new generation of news channels which are coming on Google. They might not be that big or trustworthy, but at least they are trying to bring the truth.
I feel that every TV channel, news channel, has a certain bias towards some kind of political party or some kind school of thought. So it is best for the viewers or the people who are eligible to vote to watch two channels that supposedly support two different kind of schools of thought, so that we can just frame a basic thesis antithesis kind of style and make our opinions based on the same.
On the social media platform, we can get the news related information in instants, like some incidents happen and we can get in a minute or so. On television there are lot of other information which are not related to the incident which is happening.
Checking the information, is it right or wrong, you need to find it first, then you could tell television is better, social media. Also because social media also have the fake news, so do the televisions. As for me, I would just investigate the matter first, what's the news, how it is going and everything, then I would just trust the news.
Whenever there is an argument taking place in the news, it's basically based on religion, like they clash on each other. So that worries me. And what makes me happy is, like, before India was considered very underdeveloped and there was no tourism and nobody was representing India on a global scale. Nobody even considered India as a country. But now we are getting global recognition. There is tourism going on. They are promoting Indian products outside.
We are actually getting a lot of international spotlight. The G20 happened here recently, the World Cup happened here recently, but one thing which worries me a lot is that India does not have a very strong opposition. We definitely have a very strong political leader right now, but we don't have a very strong opposition.
Education is developing. It is very great for future, but job opportunities and jobs are very less right now. Competition is also increasing in every career option, so jobs are getting less and competition is getting more.
So if the education level is so high in India, the politicians who make these promises to change the country, why do they send their old children abroad to study? Why don't they make them study in India?
First of all, India seemed to be an ally of the Russian Federation, like someone who is a great friend of Russia. But today I think we are very well balanced between our relations with the United States and other parts of the world. We are an independent country. We are strong enough to make our own decisions. If we are saying that India is creating opportunities and that we are growing, why doesn't everyone want to stay in India?
What we actually meant is going abroad to learn about their cultures.
We should learn about our own culture first, because there are various cultures in India, instead of going abroad and learning about them. So it's just a better lifestyle abroad.
What I like about these elections is the advertisement and the aura that is here in India. It's like a celebration, and I like that about. And what I don't like is the religious conflicts. I'm pretty worried about that.
The thing I like about this elections is that I've seen many young and new voters, they are really excited to vote, which was not the case before. But one thing I'm worried about is again the religious politics which is being played. Ram Mandir is a very big controversial issue which is being talked about continuously. So that is one thing I'm worried about.
When the elections are near, everything starts happening. The road starts building on its own, or like every problem gets solved on its own very easily. And the thing which annoys me a lot is that the party spend crores of rupees on their rally, on the marketing, on everything, which can be like put somewhere else for the betterment of India. Like if they have so much money, then why can't they like invest in the country?
I agree with Aryan, like how he said, when there are elections, they make roads, they like start like preferring the public demands, what the public say they do. But after election, there's nothing. So they only do for their benefit, so that they can get votes and they can they rule the country or something. So it's not right.
One thing which I don't like about politics is that I recently saw an advertisement on YouTube. There was a party, opposition party, made advertisement about the opposition party, ruling party. It was a cricket match going on, and there were three famous cricket politicians, and they were mocking each other because of umpire's decision and all. That is very biasness, and it is not good for a country as well, because those two parties will be ruling the country. So this is childish things, and this needs to be stopped.
It is our job as citizens to actually hear them properly, to see their work, to observe what they do and understand their work and not what they speak, because they not necessarily speak about their work. So I think it is our job as citizens to segregate that religious factor out of all their speeches and focus on their work and then vote for it.
Recently, there are various cases on both the parties, like the Kejriwal arrest and the BJP, that they have an electoral bond connection with the SBI. So there is a lot of confusion of whom to vote, who should we trust before. There are various parties, but they support BJP and Congress. I think the citizens need to get together and choose a party, or there should be a new party held. So whom can we trust?
We can speak anything on social media. Anyone can speak anything. So if someone feels something is wrong, they can put it on social media, and big things can happen and change can happen.
So, but I don't think you can be open on social media, because one comment which doesn't please the party and then you're gone. You're either in jail or you're vanished.
App has been launched by the ruling party right now, that any issue which you are facing related to municipality, like road construction or potholes or anything, we can post it and immediately the problems can be solved, which I feel is a good step which they are taking.